All right, so I want to find out. Sorry. Why do you think you kept getting nominated? Is it your personality? And also, what do you make of the incident that happened between you and Nando? How it all ended?
I walked into the Big Brother house. First week, my name came up for election. I was shaking. I was wondering what I did wrong though, but hey, I just started giving my clothes out. I was like, yo, I'm done here, baby. Maybe I just came to South Africa. I was a dayline actor, share my clothes and come back home. But then I was saved by Feza, and it felt like, okay, cool down a little bit, because I get that thing, you know, when I walk into a certain place, I don't know if it's because I'm tall and black and I try to dress, people look at me like, hey, who's this boy? And maybe in that situation, it was bad for the rest of the players because they thought I was competition. I haven't gone back to the videos to see the reasons why they nominated me that first week, but then I sort of come off as annoying also. And that is intentional because I think the reality of life is you can't love everyone. The people who you get along with totally, and the people who, you know, will be your best of friends. And no matter what you do, you still have haters. So I took it cool, and I got a break for a week or two. And the second week, I ran to the Ruby house because someone was going to be head of house the next week, and I knew there was no way she was going to swap me. So I tried to play around it a little bit to, you know, stay a week or two longer. And it got to a point where I started getting close to Bukelo and we became a target. And I kept coming up back to back to back to back, like for I think 6 times in a row. And it got to a point in between the time where I came out of the diary room before anyone else went in, and I was like, tell you guys, go and do what you do best, man. Nominate me. I got tired of it because, you know, it wasn't, I just realized that I am doing me and I still keep getting nominated. And there are 2 parts of the game. You can either nominate someone for a certain reason that is like, say I don't like him or I don't get along with him, or another reason which is probably competition. So I just saw it as if people probably don't like him, yes, for real, and I am competition to the rest. And I got saved by head of houses. I saved myself 3 times. That was the reason why I was trying to push to be head of house, because Charlie, that's the only way you can be guaranteed a mention the next week and another week before you get nominated again. So no hard feelings there. The people who kept nominating me, where did they get to? They went to home, and I like it, it's nice. So everything does happen for a reason. I mean, getting towards the end of the game, I appreciated myself for sticking to who I was and my principles and not trying to adjust to try and suit anyone so not to get nominated. And that was a good feeling. It's best to be yourself. Now, moving on to what's the last question? Nando, the Nando issue. Hey, that boy. Nando wanted to stab me. But God intervened for me. I don't know, since the Diamond House, from day 1, we didn't get too along. Because I walked into the house and him and Bimp were doing some Arisha on Tom Red was slanging. So I was like, why do you speak like that? And he said, that's just the way I speak from America. And Bimp said, oh, I went to international school back in Ethiopia, and I was like, so you never been to the States? He said, no. I was like, so what are you talking about? So I think they took it personal. They thought I was trying to bash them on the show. There's been instances where people go with accents and people say they're being fake or whatever. So I think they took it personal since that day. We never really got along. So Nando just took that to heart, and he was just waiting for the right opportunity to blast me. Now, I was doing my very own Azondo dance, and boy, in front of the camera at the arena earlier on that day. So Nando walks up to me, and it's the alcohol issue. Well, after everything happened, then he started going on about which, with the N-word, which guy shakes his ass in front of a camera, and real men are the only ones who wear my beanie. I didn't even know that beanie was his. Hey, like actually, he wanted to take it, so I just allowed him. At first I didn't want to say anything because there's been a situation where our very own got disqualified because of violent behavior. I was trying to push as much as possible to, not disappoint Ghana and do the same. And I understand where he was, because it gets to a point where you're pushed to that point where you want to react. And I apologize, first of all, to the people of Ghana for even getting that strike. I should have come out with a clean sheet, man. But he pushed me, and then I had to say something. And yeah, that's how it went. He got 2 more strikes and went home. And I didn't know what was happening upstairs. You guys did, so I'm sure you're back home praying that, oh God, this guy should be doing stuff Elikem. I was downstairs and I didn't know what was going on upstairs. And maybe he does deserve to go home because I was in danger, sort of, to say. And I don't know what else. I don't know too much where he comes from or what his background is. Maybe it's a reason for his behavior. And yes, I've apologized to him. I'm apologizing again for even in the least getting a strike now. Nando after the grand finale, the after party, he came to me and said, Elikem, I'm sorry. When he was coming up to me, hey, I was on guard. and Troy was there, so Troy was looking out for me too. I was just waiting for him to make a move, and maybe we would have put him on the floor and blocked him out. So he came to me and said, Elikem, you know what, it's not my fault, I'm sorry, let's forget about it, and blah, blah, blah. I think a couple of minutes ago, he tried to steal a GoPro camera in the house. The housemates told me, so I was like, what's wrong with this guy, man? Now you're stealing a GoPro. So he apologized, and I just heard, Ghana man will say, enter here, pass here. Because as much as it's okay to accept an apology, someone who said before that he wants to kill, it's not a joke. But I just pushed it on the side and, I just let it go, sort of. So, Ameyaw, if we're cool, we're cool.
Yeah.
Are we cool?